to my channel. It's really nice to have you here. My name is Meg, and I'm a creative and mindfulness coach, and here to share my wisdom each week through guided meditations and my new podcast called Turn on Your Heart Light. I hope to reach other creative freelancers, solopreneurs, and small business owners who are on a self-worth healing journey. So in today's episode, I'll be digging into the idea of how we're all simply a work in progress and share a bit about the story of how I feel like I still continue to change each day. Literally, I wish I could wear a sweatshirt around that said work in progress, like one of those high school sweatshirts with big block letters to describe the inner soul work that has been underway for quite a number of years now. Maybe I'll just have to design one. I'll offer a few words of sharing to help you in turn reflect on where you're at on the journey to change within. And really to ask yourself the question, are you allowing and offering yourself truly enough time to just be each day and for the wisdom to arrive from within? We can't expect to know all of the answers when we're on a conveyor belt of production and money making, much like society around us. So I was marinating day in and day out in the new land of self-employment, or shall I say, swimming through those waters, and it was quite exhausting. As any new entrepreneur knows, it's just such uncharted territory that every day something pops up that you're trying to wrap your arms around. But juxtapose the newness of being, my own boss with this whole heap of spiritual solo time that I personally spent on my yoga mat, sinking into my new reality and thought process. The only way to truly forge into new territory is to become the new version of you by leaving the past behind, which is very difficult. But as we do more of this inner work to strengthen our inner landscape, we start to re-examine our value sets, priorities, relationships in our lives. We really take inventory of all the single ingredients that make up the recipe of our life. And we start to realize some things need to go. I had an extreme longing for clarity and newness, and with that came creating space to even welcome the new reality into my life. So things, places, people who no longer served, mindsets, things in my closet, ways of behaving, diet, free time, it was all on the chopping block, so to speak. Like a real heart-to-heart with my own soul of what truly has the most meaning to me in my life, and how may I follow my heart to do and be and embody that soul inside as much as humanly possible. And then on top of that, actually carve out the time and do it. So for me, I was on my yoga mat 4 to 5 days a week, meditating daily, taking walks in nature and spending time at the beach. I really was spending more of my time solo than I ever had in my life. But let me tell you guys, it was so needed and so overdue. After years of shoving so much into every single day, mostly to please others or my job, I welcomed this with open arms. And I gave myself the gift of time and space. A lot of it. and it felt so nourishing to every cell in my body. When I started to receive clarity from my higher self, I leveled up my thinking, and how I actually carried myself through the world changed. I was a new woman from all the hard, deep inner work. It all sounds really exciting and great, and don't get me wrong, it is, and it's a big but. The hardest part about recognizing the change in your inner landscape is it's not evident to anyone else on the outside. So sure, those in your close-knit circle can sense the energy and the sense of your newfound freedom or the authenticity of you truly dialed in on this new level. But we can't, unfortunately, walk through the world with our protective bubble of little friends who truly see us by our side each day. I mean, that would be amazing. I would love to bring 3 of my best friends onto a shoot with me and have them as a little barrier to ensure that no negative energy could ever get close to me. So yeah, the challenge in this whole I've changed moment is other energies still may approach you as the old version of yourself. And it's not their fault. That's their relationship to who you are to them or what you mean or the way you fit into their life. But the truth is, you have to cut things out that no longer serve. And it's a really hard decision to make at certain points. I was quite an extrovert my whole life. Maybe it was my athletic career and the huge group of great friends I palled around with. I would always say yes, do any favor, help out a friend or family member, be a wing woman. I mean, I've been a bridesmaid in 11 weddings. And I've never wanted to let anyone down. But at a certain point, you realize the most important thing is that you are showing up for yourself, for your new self. Sure, being there for others is key, and relationships and love make life so much more rich in every way. And I am so grateful for all of the wonderful souls that I feel blessed are with me on this path. But that doesn't also require you giving up so much of yourself that you feel burnt out or underappreciated. So don't get me wrong, I love people and it's not like I'm a hermit or anything now, but I definitely value time on this planet in a completely new way, and mostly in ways that I may serve. So I welcome you to think about the way that you spend your time each day, and especially your free time. And if you're able to really dedicate it to what you're hoping to. And as an empath, it requires us a lot more solo time to create, to rest, and most notably, to recharge. Because time is so precious. So I personally love more one-on-one dialogue and super close-knit times with people and friends that know me day in and day out. But I urge you to sort of identify and even write down some of the things that make you feel your fullest and your best in terms of your environment and the friendships or partnership that you're in, and just take inventory, because it really is a powerful exercise to ensure that we are walking through the world not only alive and awake to the experiences that come to us, but in making the availability of what it is we would like to do and the experiences that we want to bring in and the manifestations that we're drumming up in our minds. So, as entrepreneurs and those working for ourselves, just remember that your time really is so valuable, and you as a person are so valuable in what you have to offer both clients and everyone in your life. And we are in the driver's seat of being able to cultivate that which we'd like to bring in. So maybe it's opening yourself up to a new reflection practice in the morning before you fly out of bed in the morning. I recently did a video on self-care practices around the time of the full moon, and they're no surprise, but just little things I carry through, especially when I'm, working with a client shoot during a week, and allowing there to be time in the morning before I enter the world or I take in any external input, to just be and to feel like I set an intention of love and of compassion and of my own authenticity as I start the day. And also, a couple other tips. I often write down a lot, and even for 5 minutes at any point during the day, if you're able to sort of daydream about something you're hoping to bring in, or a way that you can cultivate more energy in your day by, being more available to yourself. Maybe it's movement, mindful movement, exercise, allowing yourself to begin doing body work or things that are additional and help you to function at your optimum self. Because we know that as self-employed people, we always have to bring our A game and be on. So it's really helpful to do the little things like getting enough sleep at night and having your little nighttime ritual that makes you feel held and loved and supported, and also pampering yourself with treats. Like, for example, today I am going to this flower field that is miles of ranunculus that are supposed to be so magical and beautiful, and I am going to put on a comfortable pair of walking shoes and go by myself to just be in nature and offer myself the gift of this time to see what comes through and see what happens in the moment, and just to really soak up the sunlight of the day. Just remember that even though you may be doing the inner work and you may feel a little disconnected from some people that once were your big tribe, there are always going to be communities and people that see, honor, and respect you for who you are today. So I will continue to offer my tips and share on ways that community can be fostered. And of course, I am doing my best right here as I speak to you to do it. So be well this week. I will see you very soon for another video, and I'm wishing you all the very, very, very best. Take care. Bye.